Hey there, it's the Dale Carnegie 30-Day Challenge. If this is the first you're hearing about it, please push pause and watch the video called Dale Carnegie 30-Day Challenge Introduction. That will explain exactly what we're doing here, and you can start today with principle number 1. It's day 21. The principle we're applying is throw down a challenge. You already know this principle works, or you wouldn't have made it this far. What is it that makes a challenge work? It's not as simple as saying to someone, I challenge you to do this. There's got to be a little bit more to it than that. In fact, there are two critical elements that make a challenge desirable for somebody to accept. The first, remembering that a challenge is challenging by nature, meaning there's a perceived level of difficulty, is that the challenge has to come across as an opportunity to the other person. And that opportunity has to be greater than the perceived level of difficulty. Now, as the challenger, it's up to us to position the challenge in that way so the person sees the opportunity for themselves. And we have to spell it out for them. It could sound like this. If you accept this challenge, I guarantee you the following 3 things. Number 1, people will like you more. Number 2, you will be more influential. And number 3, you'll take your relationships to a deeper level than you ever thought possible. Sound familiar? If we don't take the time to get the other person to see that opportunity, if we don't talk in terms of the other person's interests, we will not arouse in the other person an eager want. And they're just going to be thinking to themselves, well, thanks for the challenge, buddy, but what's in it for me? The second critical element that makes a challenge desirable for someone to want to accept is that they must feel we're throwing it down because we care. If we have an agenda or an ulterior motive, they will feel it. And they won't mind as long as they feel we first care about them as a person and then care about them as a resource. This is true of all 12 principles we have looked at from 10 to 21. These principles for gaining the willing cooperation of others only work if we already have a solid foundation of rapport, trust, and appreciation with the person with whom we are trying to get cooperation. So if you've been fully engaged in the Dale Carnegie 30-Day Challenge for the last 12 days and are not satisfied with the results you've been seeing, take an honest look at your rapport tank with the people that you've been engaging. If you find that it's empty, time to go back to principles 1 to 9 and fill it up before continuing any further with that person. Tomorrow we're going to be moving on to principles for being a leader and a coach for others, starting with principle 22. And those principles will only work if we already have a context of cooperation in our relationships. For today, find someone with whom you already have a full rapport tank and throw down a challenge. Have them see the opportunity in it for themselves. They will pick up the challenge and run with it, and they will remember you as a motivator who cares. If you've gotten some value out of this video, please click like. And if you want to be seen as someone who's influential and makes a difference to other people, please share this video on your social media. It will make a difference to everyone that it reaches. My name is Oren Weintraub, and this is the Dale Carnegie 30-Day Challenge. I will see you tomorrow for Principle 22.